Hey guys, Rex Overdrive here, and with Logan coming out within just a few weeks, I wanted to review both of the standalone Wolverine movies starring Hugh Jackman. And the first one up is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Whew, let's get into this thing.
Ooh. Shiny.
And X-Men Origins Wolverine is directed by Gavin Hood and stars Hugh Jackman, Liev Schreiber, and Danny Huston. And this movie dives deep into the past of Logan, aka Wolverine. Well, he also goes by James or Jim in this movie too. Jesus, this guy has a lot of names. Anyways, Colonel Stryker recruits Logan and his brother Victor, along with a few other mutants, to join his crew. But after a while, Logan ends up leaving due to the group's murderous ways. And this movie was destroyed critically when it came out in 2009. This movie was obliterated by reviews, and I can still remember to this day seeing the movie, just walking out of the theater with my friends, just thinking about how bad of a movie this was. And up until watching this movie for this review, I haven't watched this movie in years, and some things weren't as bad as I remembered, but some things are so bad. They had a $150 million budget, but what the hell did you spend it on in this movie? And one of my main issues about this movie is how many side characters they threw into this film. It's like they tried to take the previous X-Men movie formula, but make it all about Logan's past and just throw in all of these shitty side characters, but you don't give them enough screen time or just character development for me to care about them or even know who or why they're in the movie. And Logan's brother Victor, or Sabretooth, who in the first X-Men movie was never hinted at or mentioned being Logan's brother at all. And in this movie, he's played by an entirely different actor. The X-Men continuity makes my brain hurt. And we all liked the Deadpool movie that came out last year, easily one of the most entertaining comic book movies of all time. But let's not forget, Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool in this movie. But wait, isn't that Baraka from Mortal Kombat? You're messing with me. But in this movie, they decided to take the term Deadpool literally and make his character kind of a culmination of all the other mutants' abilities in this movie. And for me, Ryan Reynolds isn't the problem in this movie, but everything they did with Deadpool or Wade Wilson in this movie was wrong. That action set piece in Lagos, Nigeria, where he's deflecting all those bullets with his swords, that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in a comic book movie before. I hate that scene. It's terrible. I think it's one of the worst things in this movie. One of the worst. We'll get to a few other things later. And I also think Hugh Jackman did a solid job playing Logan in this movie. He's just as consistent as he is in the other X-Men movies, but in this time period, there's nothing really different or new about the character. He's just surrounded by these shitty and underdeveloped side characters. I don't know. I just wanted something a little bit different in this time period than we got from the other X-Men movies. I just wanted something a little bit different. But how many times do we need to see this guy screaming at the camera? In this movie's story, it's so weak. Even just trying to think about what this movie's about, it just makes my brain hurt. I mean, I guess Wolverine gets metal claws in this movie, right? Oh. Let's talk about those metal claws. There's a scene in this movie where Logan escapes after getting the adamantium injected into his body, and he's taken in by this old couple on a farm. He's in the bathroom in front of the mirror and just checking out these new metal claws, and this is without a doubt some of the worst CG I've ever seen in a movie before. You had $150 million and you put something into this movie that looked like it came straight out of Space Jam or Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This shit looked terrible. And this isn't a scene that's even really necessary or doesn't even really drive the plot of the movie. Someone signed off on putting this shit into the movie. They should have just cut it. It looks terrible. And I can't forget to talk about the final action set piece with Logan, Victor, and Deadpool. This is the most overly bloated and use of CGI I've ever seen in a comic book movie before. The big climax literally takes place on the rim of a nuclear power plant, where we get to see Deadpool teleport and just shoot laser beams out of his eyes. This whole scene just looks like shit. And we can't forget they sewed his mouth shut. Right. Now, could this movie have been good? Sure, but this movie's just filled with so much shit. Not like quantity shit, like literal shit, like poo-poo. And just terrible character choices. It ruined every chance it had at being a decent movie. So with all that said, I'm gonna give X-Men Origins Wolverine an F. Guys, be on the lookout for my review of the Wolverine. I'll probably have that up in like the next week or so, so please make sure to check that out. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe for future videos. I'm Rex Overdrive. I'll see you next time.